Good evening, wrestling fans. Welcome to Evolution of Pro Wrestling. I'm your host, Lewis, the Encyclopedia of Pro Wrestling.
And I'm Jay, the Whiz Kid of Pro Wrestling.
Hey! Always a great introduction, Jaden. And Jaden, today's show is going to be an amazing show. But before we get into that, there's been some stuff going on in professional wrestling that we've been seeing that... We're hearing that Daniel Bryan is possibly leaving WWE.
Wow.
It's not too far behind.
Right.
So it's going to be interesting to see what WWE pulls with him next.
100%.
You know, and then we see that there was been some trash talk by Bret Hart on Triple H. That Triple H didn't earn his right here, that his father-in-law got him into the business and all that stuff. So, what are your thoughts on that? You know, is that professional? Like,
I don't think so.
Do you think? You know, is that like?
I think that's very unprofessional because he may have gotten help from Vince McMahon to get into the company, but Triple H worked.
No, but he paid his dues.
He also has to understand. You know, all the screw-ups Triple H had, he had to pay for it. And Triple H paid for it. And after all the times he paid for it, he never left the company. He never gave up on the company.
Exactly.
So I feel like that was very wrong of Bret Hart.
No,
I feel like that was wrong of Bret Hart because Triple H absolutely did deserve to be in this company, and he earned his spot in the WWE. So
listen, with Bret Hart. Listen, I'm not taking anything away from Bret Hart. Bret Hart is an amazing athlete. Well, was an amazing athlete in the ring, but you gotta give people their due.
100%.
You know what I mean? And that's the issue he had with many superstars in the WWE.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But it kills me when stuff like that happens in this business. Like, you know, give the man his due and that's it. You know what I'm saying?
I agree 100%.
So, but Jaden, we get to our topic today that many people still debate about. Two icons. Two Hall of Famers in this business, two different totally generations, but both excellent superstars.
Right.
We have Latino Heat, Eddie Guerrero, facing off against Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Wow. Instant classic.
Very classic.
When you hear these men, like...
It's mind blowing.
It's mind blowing. It's a mind blowing match.
Exactly.
Like these two are, like they were at the top of their game when they were in professional wrestling. You know, you had Ricky Steamboat that had rivalries with a Ric Flair, Macho Man, Ravishing Rick Rude, and Stone Cold Steve Austin, many more. The same thing with Eddie Guerrero. He had rivalries with Rey Mysterio, Batista, Chris Benoit, RVD, like the list goes on and on.
That's what I'm saying.
You know,
it's crazy. It's insane.
To see this go down, Jay. It's like, wow.
Right, exactly.
You know, one fan commented on the photo, just shut up and take my money. You know, because that's how good the damn match is.
Seriously,
you know,
honestly though.
So it's just crazy that you see stuff like that and you wish you could have seen the match.
I wish.
You know, and it sucks that we couldn't. You know what I mean?
See a match like that in a video game now.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Only in a video game now.
Only in a video game, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? Now, here's the question, Jay. When you hear these two names, what comes to mind?
Survivors. You know, I feel like these guys are survivors. These guys can last long in the ring. Their ring skills, techniques are absolutely amazing. I still remember to this day, you know, the match with Ricky the Dragon Steamboat and Macho Man. Amazing match. Remember the match with Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero. Amazing match. These two guys can go at it with each other all day, all night. And honestly, you can probably see these guys last an hour, possibly longer in the ring. I see that in those two. And Ricky Steamboat and Eddie Guerrero. And Eddie Guerrero, I'm not taking anything away from Steamboat, but Eddie Guerrero is my third favorite wrestler of all time.
Jeff Davis, welcome, brother. Hello.
Eddie Guerrero is absolutely amazing. So is Ricky Steamboat. He's amazing too.
Eddie Guerrero made a name for himself all over the world. So did Ricky Steamboat. So Ricky Steamboat took on the best. You know, he took on many people. Hey, Luis Cedeno, what's going on, brother? We got the CEO of AGCW on the show. Tuning into our show, Evolution of Pro Wrestling. Guys, purchase your tickets now. Road to Glory, May 9th at the center of Deltona. 6 amazing matches we're going to be calling, and we're excited. Eventbrite.com. Get your tickets now. Jay, Ricky Steamboat and Eddie Guerrero, where do you see this rivalry starting? Like, who's the heel here?
I gotta give it to Eddie Guerrero.
Okay, so what do you see? What are you gonna see Eddie Guerrero doing? How is this even gonna start?
Well, you know,
I want to see your scenario where it's gonna start.
I feel like,
and then I'll give you mine.
Let's go here. So, Eddie Guerrero are what's going on? Okay, I can't get the words out right now.
It's okay. Take your time.
Ricky Steamboat is in a match. Mm-hmm. Ricky Steamboat is about to win.
Okay, but who's he's fighting?
He's fighting Rey Mysterio. And I'll tell you why. He's fighting Rey Mysterio. And I'll tell you why. He's fighting Rey Mysterio. He's about to beat Rey Mysterio. Eddie Guerrero cost him the match. Mm-hmm. After that, they cut promos between each other. They keep going after each other. Eddie Guerrero constantly attacks. Ricky Steamboat constantly attacks. These guys are just going at it after each other. Eventually get tired of each other. These guys go for a 60-minute Iron Man match. And
interesting.
I can't get the winner yet because that's difficult. But those guys compete in a 60-minute Iron Man.
It's definitely difficult.
That's a match I would like to see.
Oh man, Jay, that's a dream match. Like Ricky Steamboat and Eddie Guerrero. Like you see these two men, and it's like, wow, holy shit!
Exactly.
Like, damn, like. Hey, Jessica Hoffman, thank you, and yes, thank you for the for congratulating for the puppy. Yes, new Chase, he's a new member of the family. Evolution of Pro Wrestling family, and our family, we're glad to have him. Jaden, the way I see it, okay, for example, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat is fighting, I would say, Macho Man Randy Savage in a return bout from WrestleMania 3. Then comes Eddie Guerrero and costs Ricky the Dragon Steamboat the Intercontinental title against Macho Man. Then that's when Ricky the Dragon Steamboat comes out and asks, why, Eddie, why? That's when Eddie Guerrero comes into the ring, turns heel, and that's when the rivalry begins. He attacks him, makes him leave in a stretcher, and then the following week on Monday Night Raw, Eddie Guerrero comes out and talks trash. He says, okay, on with the show. Who's my next opponent? Out comes out Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio is going to say, why'd you do that? What's going on? He attacks him. Match happens, and then Ricky the Dragon Steamboat returns and costs Rey Mysterio the match. That's when these two prepared for battle in, like you said, 60-minute Iron Man match.
Wow. That was crazy.
Boom!
Exactly, that was boom.
Yes,
that was crazy.
That's the type of match I would want to see.
That was, and I agree with you on that one. That is a match I would like to see myself, and wow.
Now, let me ask you a question. We're not going to announce the winner yet. We're not going to choose yet.
Okay.
Do you think any of them would have been able to deal with the superstars of today?
Most definitely.
Okay.
Most
so
definitely.
who would you see Eddie Guerrero at this era having a battle with?
Okay, you caught me on that one.
All right. See?
See, it's kind of difficult now because there's not many people that match fighting styles, but I'm gonna give what I think. Mm-hmm. Seth Rollins is one of them.
Okay.
Maybe.
Honestly, not for nothing, I would have wanted to see a battle between him and CM Punk.
I was thinking that too. CM Punk's not in WWE right now. That's why I didn't say. That's why I didn't say.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Anybody.
Okay, anybody.
Let's say anybody. Anybody of from different eras.
I would like to see him and Shawn Michaels.
Oh, that match would have been epic.
That would have been epic. Him and CM Punk would have been nice too. I haven't let go of that one. Him and CM Punk.
Oh, that's a good one, Christopher Brown. It says if you're going to do it that way, Lewis. I can't see Rey Mysterio sitting on the sidelines. If Steamboat jumped him to get to Eddie, that match would become a triple threat match.
Good booking right there.
That's good booking, man.
That's good booking.
That's really good booking.
That's the true powers of a wrestling fan.
Well, you gotta listen. This is what dream matches are about. You know, when you put a dream match like this of Eddie Guerrero, of the magnitude of these two men, of Eddie Guerrero and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, it's just endless, like completely endless. You don't know. It's just gonna be a back and forth match.
Back and forth.
To me, when it comes to Eddie Guerrero, it's like the man can go. I've seen so many matches of Eddie Guerrero against Dean Malenko, Chris Benoit, Rey Mysterio, RVD, Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle, the man,
a whole bunch.
Like who? If you could take on Kurt Angle, you know,
take on anybody.
Anybody.
Take on anybody.
JBL, Big Show, John Cena,
a whole
like,
bunch.
The list goes on.
Right.
Chris Jericho, like a match between those two, that was an amazing match. Then you got Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. You got Ricky. Rico, what's going on, brother? Thank you for joining us. He says Eddie all day.
Okay.
It's you know, some people would choose Eddie, some people would choose Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
That's what I'm saying. This is controversial.
It's controversial, you know, because they both amazing superstars. And when you see that, it's like, damn, I wish I was able to see that match. And when we mention Eddie, now you got Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. He's taking on Ric Flair, greatest rivalry of all time to me, bar none. He took on Ravishing Rick Rude. Macho Man Randy Savage.
They had a great match.
Honky Tonk Man, like the man had Magnificent Morocco.
A whole bunch.
And
right.
to me, again, the best match of all time at WrestleMania 3, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat and Macho Man Randy Savage. I'm gonna keep saying it, no matter what anybody says.
That was a good WrestleMania.
But
match, 100%.
Now you got two different styles. You know, yes, both similar, both
both different eras.
Both different eras. You know, it pretty much with Eddie. He had a little bit more of an aggressive era because they came during the Attitude Era. You know, when WC.
And I feel like that was the perfect way to start him off in the Attitude Era because so he would know the feel of wrestling. Mm-hmm. And I feel like
he knew the feel of wrestling. He's been there for years.
And that's what I'm saying. He knew the feel of it, but he's coming into the Attitude Era, and I feel like the Attitude Era was possibly the best era. And
even Rico said it. Oh yeah, what a match! Of course, that match.
That's what I'm saying.
This is a dream match that unfortunately, that's only you dream of a dream match.
That's why we call it dream matches. I mean, some of the dream matches people.
I honestly think that Eddie Guerrero would have been able to deal with the guys, the likings of today.
100%.
You know, I honestly, and I know it's going to be crazy to say this, but I actually would have wanted to see a match between Eddie Guerrero and Ricochet.
That's not. You know what? I agree with you. I agree. I would like to see that.
That would have been a hell of a match.
Right.
That would have been a hell of a match. You know, and then you see Ricky Steamboat. I would have probably had seen him with maybe Aleister Black. Maybe. You know, just saying.
I was thinking. Yeah, Aleister Black. Aleister Black or maybe Finn Balor.
Now, in your opinion, Jaden, who do you think had more of an impact in wrestling?
Ooh,
between those two men.
That's a great question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And while you're waiting to answer that question, we're gonna tell our fans to please feel free to share our content all over social media. Bring your friends, your cousins, everybody in here. Let's talk wrestling. The ultimate dream match: Ricky the Dragon Steamboat versus Latino Heat Eddie Guerrero. Now, Jaden.
Okay, so
give us your answer.
I feel like Eddie had the bigger pop, had the bigger impact, but Ricky had the bigger fame. And I say this because everyone still talks about it to this day. The match that him and Macho Man had, WrestleMania 3.
Okay.
And I feel like that skyrocketed his career after that. And it went beyond new heights. Eddie came into the wrestling business in the Attitude Era. The perfect way to start off someone. That's when he started getting known. So Eddie had a strong hit when he came in. But, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, the fame for him was always there. Ever since that WrestleMania 3 match, it was always there for him. And he was already a good wrestler before that. But personally, I feel like Eddie had the bigger pop. If we speak in facts. I feel like Eddie had the bigger pop.
Oh, okay. Rico says, Jose and I got to talk to Ricky Steamboat. He dropped mad knowledge on us, especially when it comes to storytelling and selling. Exactly, because that is what professional wrestling is about. You're gonna make your opponent, and that's what Eddie would do. Eddie would help Ricky just like Ricky would help Eddie Guerrero. Exactly. In my opinion, listen, I'm old school to the max. Love Ricky Steamboat, but to me, Eddie Guerrero set the bar. And the reason I say that, the reason I'm gonna say that, and I know this is gonna probably cause controversy. The man was a Latino that won the world heavyweight title. That nobody thought about him. Nobody thought that Eddie Guerrero would have been able to win the WWE Championship. Nobody. He went against all odds. He fought his demons. He fought everything he had to get to the top.
He did.
And that's what he did.
I mean, but they're kind of the same. I wouldn't say the same, but they're not both, all-American. They're not all-American because Ricky the Dragon... What is Ricky the Dragon?
He's from Hawaii.
He's from Hawaii, really?
Yep, he's from Hawaii. Wow. He is from Hawaii.
I thought he was Japanese.
No,
I thought he was Japanese.
He is from Hawaii.
He gives me that Japanese feel. That's why.
No, he's from Hawaii.
Okay.
But you see Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, who also went through his he went from company to company, and he really had to get himself together the moment he finally found home back in WCW. That was his company.
Exactly.
WWE, okay, they gave him the WWE Intercontinental title, but they didn't really push him like the way WCW did.
Right.
They brought him back. He won the title, fought Ricky Steamboat, and it's like, oh man. Rico says, but I have my bias. I still lean towards Eddie. From forgettable to unfreaking deniable. Of course, the man was incredible. Was incredible. And he says, no need to apologize for that, Rico. No, that's the point. When you can feel it for a wrestler like that, you know that the man did his job. You know what I mean?
100%. And I feel like they was both.
We got our producer and director, my wife, your stepmom, just saying, thank you, honey, for watching. I appreciate it. She's been coming up with some great ideas for us. We got some great things coming up, which we're gonna name down the line. But yes, Jaden, when you see this match, do you see a series of matches happening with these guys?
Most definitely.
Okay, so tell me, lead me down that road.
Okay, look, you're making me move too fast right now.
Come on, show me what you got.
I'm not sure. I mean, I don't know. I just see a whole series. I'm not gonna sit here and say like.
Listen.
Let me put it this way. I see something like a Ricky the Dragon Steamboat and a Ric Flair type thing.
Okay, so let me put it like this. I won't do the Iron Man match yet. We can leave that for the final battle.
Okay.
These guys can go for rivalries. They can have a regular match. Then they can go into a steel cage. Then they can go into a possible last man.
What kind of steel cage?
The regular blue steel cage. Okay.
Blue cage.
Christopher Brown says that's how I feel about certain Raw wrestler now, Louis. So that's the point. That the Raw wrestlers now, it's like, see that would be a hell of an idea for Rico. Give me the best of 7. That would be amazing. 7 matches with those guys. Do you know what the exhibition they can put in the ring?
And I feel like every single match will just get better and better.
Of course,
as we go on.
Every
single match will just get better.
Look, you've never seen this before, but Rico is probably going to know what I'm talking about, and the rest of the fans. There was a best of 7 series between Chris Benoit and Booker T.
I've heard of it. I've never seen it though.
Best of series that I've ever seen. Imagine this one. With Eddie Guerrero and Chris and
Ricky the Dragon. It's already a dream match. Imagine 7 more dream matches.
Oh man, that would be amazing.
That's what I'm saying.
It would be amazing.
And then the lead ups to it, the promos, everything. Oh man,
it would be amazing.
I feel like the last match.
He says, Christopher Brown says, Texas Bull Rope match with special guest referee thrown into just for kicks. And Rico says Dragon wins clean 3. Eddie cheats for 3. Eddie wins the 7th clean. Kevin Lora, what's up, brother? Long time no see, man. Right. My son's godfather. That's my boy, Familia, brother. Welcome, man. It's been a hot minute.
It has been.
Thank you for joining us. He said you got 10 minutes of my time. Go ahead, brother.
But what do you call it though? I would like to see that Iron Man match in a WrestleMania match.
Of course.
That should be a WrestleMania
match. That should
be
a WrestleMania
Imagine
match.
The entrances. Oh man, the entrances.
With Eddie Guerrero with his lowrider and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat with his blowtorch with the fire or some other sick shit. Like, oh man. If they would have had if we would have had the technology back then as we did now,
it would have been over.
Their entrances would have been sick.
It would have been a ball game right there.
Yeah, no, it would have been crazy.
Imagine, look, that's the question that caught my attention. I wanted to ask you, what if what if we had the technology from back then? How do you think these guys' career would have?
Oh man, it would have been.
Well, these two guys, if we had the technology,
wait a minute. I'm sorry. I just got announced from Jessica. This is actually a really good match too. Shinsuke Nakamura against Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. That's an excellent dream match.
That is. We listed Eddie dream matches. We never did Ricky Steamboat's. So she's one of the first. Right there. She's one of the first people to come up with a Ricky rivalry.
No, that's a really good. And I could see Shinsuke being the heel in that. 100%. I could see Shinsuke being the heel, and I
make him a good heel though.
No, listen. WWE dropped the ball once they made him heel. Yes, he did a really good promo when Renee Young asked him what do you think of your actions. He said, "I no speak English." Perfect promo. That was perfect. They should have ran with that. They should have made him the champion. They should have finally had him beat AJ Styles, and that would have been it for his career. His career would have skyrocketed from there. Would have went
so high. That's what I'm saying.
So I don't understand why WWE screwed that up. But I would have definitely loved to. I would have paid to see Shinsuke Nakamura and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
That would have been crazy.
Oh, wait a minute. We have one right now from Christopher Brown. He says, here's a rivalry for Steamboat the Dragon versus Randy Orton. Ooh. That's a good one, too. And Alberto Del Rio. Check me out. Alberto Del Rio, Battle of the Cars. Eddie and Alberto. That would be fun. That would be really funny. With those two arrogant guys, with Eddie's attitude and Del Rio, oh man.
I gotta take the lowrider though.
That would have been amazing. That would have been an amazing
match. The lowrider's taking it, not the limo, the lowrider.
Now, you talk about Del Rio and Eddie Guerrero. Mm-hmm. Do you think that match would have been worth watching?
I do. Honestly, I do.
Okay.
I feel like it would have been worth watching. I'd take Eddie, but the match would have definitely, Spanish versus Spanish right there. You got a Spanish heritage match going on. So yeah, I feel like it would have been interesting to see.
Well, let's put it like this: with those two, like Eddie Guerrero used to come in with his low rider, sometimes his shirt or whatever, and same thing did Alberto Del Rio. He'd come with his fancy cars and his scarf over him.
And his little butler guy.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Alberto
Del
Rio! I'm like, what the?
Right.
Like, hi. And he keeps the up.
How does your voice not? How does your voice keep going? I can't do that.
Jeff Robinson, what's up, brother? Welcome. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat versus Eddie Guerrero. For those tuning in, the topic of tonight is the ultimate dream match. Eddie Guerrero, Latino Heat, and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Big Show versus Great Khali. Yes, that match happened actually, Kev. And the Big Show won that match. He knocked him out. But this match is superb. Superb. Like, I wish Eddie Guerrero would have never passed away.
I wish.
Because I think he would have been like, oh man, wow. Hold up. I gotta read this comment out loud because before I share this to our live feed, Rico just said Ricky the Dragon Steamboat versus AJ Styles and Eddie Guerrero versus Andrade. Holy shit. Like,
oh my
damn.
goodness.
Like, wow.
That is absolutely...
Jeff said, this match makes my head hurt. It's a crazy match. But you can compare them to other superstars. Like Rico just did. That's an amazing match between those two. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat and AJ Styles.
That would be
Can
crazy.
you imagine that? And
who's going to be the heel in this one?
That's what I will say. AJ. I will give that to AJ.
I agree.
Same thing with who will be with Eddie Guerrero and Andrade.
Oh, that's a great question.
Who
you got?
I don't know.
I don't either.
Listen, I'm still pissed that freaking Andrade left WWE.
Yeah, they dropped the ball with him.
Big time.
They dropped the ball.
Big time.
I seen him going somewhere when I first started watching him.
He was gonna be great.
I seen him going somewhere. He had a lot of potential, but that was probably one of the dumbest things WWE's ever done.
Yeah, no, that was dumb.
They really dropped the ball with him.
Well, that's a good match, Chris.
Eddie versus Kalisto.
Yep.
That would be a good match.
No, that would be a really good match. Listen, I would have loved to seen Eddie Guerrero in his prime take on Shawn Michaels. To this day, I talk about that match. I wish that match would have happened. Imagine Shawn Michaels in his prime. Not the jerk that he was. The one that came back and he became even better.
Like the one that fought Triple H?
Not only Triple H, but also the one that fought Bret Hart. Just not to be a jerk.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And,
yeah, I would like to see that.
That match would have been epic.
I would like to see
that match would have been epic. Like, holy cow! Like, you look at that match, and you're like, damn, like,
right?
Who's gonna win with that one?
Who's gonna get it? Who's gonna win?
Yeah, no, it's endless when you see matches like that. And now these days, like, if you have a rivalry like that, how long do you think it will last?
Not long. It'll probably last like a week or so, and after that they'll just completely forget about it and move on. That's what I'm saying. They don't make rivalries like how they used to. They don't make build-ups like how they used to. They'll just make people go against each other and then cut a few promos and then they fight, and then that's that.
Yes, that was the rumor, Alvin, that before Eddie died, he was supposed to fight Shawn Michaels in WrestleMania.
That would have happened. WrestleMania! Wow!
Yeah,
I wish that would.
WrestleMania.
I wish that would have happened, man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I really wish that would have happened. I feel like that would have been a great match. That probably would have been one of the best WrestleMania.
Sorry, guys.
Matches.
I'm shaping the new beard here, so I'm a little itchy. I gotta shave this up, trim this up.
I really feel like.
Oh, that's a great one. Lucha Bros against Chavo and Eddie. That would have been an amazing tag team match. Amazing tag team match. Now, when you see Ricky Steamboat, do you think he would have been able to deal with the likes of Seth Rollins? Can you see that match happening?
I can. I'd like to see prime Seth Rollins against prime Ricky Steamboat. That would be a match.
Oh, Jeff even said it. See, Jeff even said it too. Steamboat and Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins. I like prime Seth Rollins.
That would have been a good match.
Which Seth Rollins are you talking about?
Seth freaking Rollins.
So, like,
well, if you really want to get technical, let's go to the architect. The heel. Seth Rollins. The first heel.
So the
when he joined the Authority.
I was thinking that same either that one or the Kingslayer. Either that one. I
would go with the heel.
But I like the Kingslayer. Look at what the Kingslayer did.
I would go with the heel.
I would go the heel.
The man cashed in Money in the Bank of Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. Come on.
That doesn't make any excuse. I said either. I didn't say which one. I said either.
See, but this is a valid point what Rico is saying. We mentioned Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. We mentioned Eddie Guerrero. They're both telling a story in the ring. They pretty much sell when they need to sell. They do what they need to do.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
Like you said earlier, they both help each other.
And Eddie Guerrero loved the business. Like, completely loved the business. And Ricky the Dragon Steamboat was just phenomenal. And when you pair these two together, it's like...
Right.
Like, yo, here, take my money. Just give me some popcorn and that's it. I want to watch the match.
I want to watch the match. I want to sit down and watch the match.
Like, I would be on the edge of my seat watching this match because that's how good this match would be. Like, holy sugar, honey, iced tea. Jaden.
Yes. Here's
the key question. Who's your pick?
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness, my.
It's tough to choose, right?
All right. I know there's probably going to be people to agree and people to disagree. I got to go with Eddie Guerrero.
Tell us why.
Because I feel like Eddie was... Don't get me wrong. I'm going to stay facts right here.
State it.
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat was amazing. He had the best matches and possibly, like you said, the greatest WrestleMania match of all time. But I feel like Eddie Guerrero was way more passionate about this business than almost anybody I know. And like you said, he loved this business with an absolute passion. He made sure he gave it his all every single time he stepped into the ring.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I gotta announce this match that Alvin Cloud just mentioned. What's going on, brother? I'm glad. Welcome back.
Wait a minute. I said that.
Eddie Guerrero versus Finn Balor. I didn't hear it.
I said that earlier.
I didn't hear it.
When you said him versus CM Punk, I was like him or Finn Balor.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear you, son. I'm sorry. That's the old age kicking in, But that would be a hell of a match. That would be a hell of a match between those two.
I agree, though.
Like, oh man. And Eddie Rico says Eddie was more of the whole package to Ricky. Now, when you talk about Eddie Guerrero and you talk about Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, let me get to Ricky Steamboat first. Like you said, Ricky Steamboat fought legends like Ric Flair. Man, had an amazing rivalry between those two. They back and forth. And eventually, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat left WCW to go to WWE. Had a battle with first Jake the Snake Roberts. You know, he got into a rivalry with him, which was an excellent rivalry. Mm-hmm. Then he got into a rivalry with Macho Man. Had an excellent match with that. Then came back to WCW, continued his rivalry with Ric Flair, started going for the tag team titles, started going for United States title against Stone Cold Steve Austin. Mm-hmm. He fought against Ravishing Rick Rude, which to me was that one was a fierce rivalry between those two. Like, it felt like it was personal. That's how good that rivalry was between those two. But Ricky the Dragon Steamboat eventually hurt himself. He hurt his back. He ended his career. That was it. Eddie Guerrero, WCW, started as a cruiserweight in WCW. Had amazing matches with Rey Mysterio, Psychosis, Juventud, all those guys. Mm-hmm. Started getting up, had fought against Jericho. Didn't really like the way his character was going in WCW. So they created the LWO, the Latino World Order, and then you see Eddie decided to nah, I'm done with this.
Right.
I want Mike, because that's at the time WCW was only bringing up big stars like old WWE talent like Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, and all these other people.
Exactly.
WWE was bringing fresh people. Edge, The Rock, Stone Cold, Christian, the Hardy Boys. That's when Eddie Guerrero, Perry Saturn, Chris Benoit, and Dean Malenko came into WWE. That's when it all broke loose. Eddie Guerrero, once the Radicals broke up, Eddie Guerrero's career started skyrocketing. And then you saw him in matches with RVD. You saw him in matches with Chris Benoit. You saw him in matches with Dean Malenko. You saw him in matches with JBL. You see him in matches with Rey Mysterio. It's like, wow.
Right.
And it kept going. You seen him against Kurt Angle, Randy Orton. It just kept going. It kept going. His career kept going. It kept skyrocketing. And the man deserved the recognition. And to me, these two men would have an Iron Man match in the final best of 7 match. And to me, Eddie Guerrero would win this match with one fall. It would be a hell of a match. 60 minutes. No one gets a pinfall. They just going at it. Going at it. I get chills just thinking of a match like that between those two.
That would be a crazy match.
You don't see that today.
You don't?
You will not see that today. Mm-mm. And that's a good one too. The Rock versus Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
That would be a good
match. I could just imagine The Rock heel. The Rock heel said, doesn't matter what your name is. You're just dragging, just making fun of him. He will make fun of Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
I loved when The Rock used to do that.
He would make fun of Ricky the Dragon Steamboat's dragon on live TV. That's how bad The Rock is. And it's like, wow.
That is 100%.
And yes, Eddie Guerrero beat Brock Lesnar. And Eddie would beat Ricky in an amazing match. Mm-hmm. And yes, I agree. I'm old school. I'm old school to the max. But Eddie Guerrero, to me, had a bigger impact.
I agree.
He helped the business. He did what they needed to do. And it was like, okay, that's what we need to do. But Eddie Guerrero, he proved the naysayers wrong. When he won the world title at No Way Out against Brock Lesnar, that goes to show you push for what you want, you push for what you get, and that's what he did. He sent the message, I'm a Latino, I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna go, and he was a hell of a champion.
He did that privately. He did that proudly.
He was a hell of a champion.
Oh yeah.
And the same thing with Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat came into professional wrestling starting with Ric Flair. starting a rivalry with Ric Flair to start with. And then that's when his career started skyrocketing. And it went all straight through.
Right.
Like their careers just went up.
That's what I'm saying. It was going.
Excuse me. So it's tough, man. It's tough. But now, Jaden, we're gonna ask the fans, give us your pick and your match that you would like to see these two men to finish off this show. Give us your thoughts, wrestling fans. And while you're giving us your thoughts, share our content all over social media. Thank you. No, I'm just kidding. Please feel free to share our content all over social media, guys. Bring everybody in with this excellent topic. We love talking professional wrestling. I'm just bugging out, Jay.
I see that.
I know. So, give us your thoughts, fans. Give us what your opinion is. Christopher Brown says, when Eddie, he increased the Latino audience for WWE that wasn't as pronounced prior to his arrival in the WWE. He sure did. He sure did. And many people started watching that match.
That's good.
Started watching him fight, you know? And that was amazing to see that when you're looking at Raw TV, Monday Night Raw, you know, you see how the fans used to be even when he was a heel. Even when he was a heel. The man had an excellent rivalry with Rey Mysterio for Dominic.
That was a great rivalry.
You know, and the same thing with Ricky Steamboat. Ricky Steamboat brought his family into the mix because Ric Flair was talking about his family. Mm-hmm. So it was great. It was great to see those rivalries. The same thing with Radish and Rick Rude and Ricky Steamboat, when Medusa got involved and he slapped Medusa in the face, and Radish and Rick Rude pummeled him and made him bleed.
Oh,
you know, he broke his nose, and it was a really all-out brawl between those two. Like, it was hell.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, no, it was hell. It was a hell of a match.
Sounds like it.
And those two, like, I can still talk about these two guys for hours. Like, Christopher Brown says, here's another match idea. How about a hair versus hair match at Mania between Eddie and Steamboat? No, I don't think so.
Hair versus hair match.
Wow, this is an excellent tag team match, but this is a little controversial. Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit against Ricky Steamboat and Macho Man Randy Savage.
I could see that.
How would those two even exist? How would Macho Man and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat even exist? Those two were mortal enemies that Macho Man almost cost him his career. How is that even going to work?
I mean,
could they make it work?
They could make it work. But then they'll end up fighting each other.
Of course, they'll end up beating the shit out of each other after that.
So after that, like, I feel like what will happen is Benoit and Eddie will win the match, and it'll be, I'll probably say Macho's fault that cost the match. Ricky will get mad.
Hey guys, we're still waiting for your pick, guys. What match would you have with these two men, and how would it go? So I think I saw a comment there. Jeff, I'm so sorry I missed your comment, sir. If you could repeat it. Oh, man. Rico says, I'm in cloud. Imagine the storyline now with Eddie, Ray, and Dominic. Oh, man, that would have been epic. That I would have tuned in to watch.
Me too.
That I would have definitely tuned in to watch. That shit with Seth Rollins and them, no. That don't know where
I honestly feel like that's what they were trying to recreate.
With Eddie Guerrero, it would have been perfect.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like that's what they were trying to recreate in this generation.
That wasn't going to work. That wasn't, to me, I didn't
what I'm saying. Imagine seeing Eddie with older Dominic now.
And listen, and I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for Dominic to turn heel.
You really think that's going to happen?
I would like for him to turn heel and take on his dad.
That would be crazy.
I would definitely pay to see that.
That would be crazy.
I would definitely like to see that.
That would be absolutely insane right there.
Guys, Jeff Robinson says best of 7 series, all being Iron Man matches with Eddie taking it in the final match.
That would be some crazy match.
I don't know. I would have to change that up a little bit. You know, if it's a best of 7 series, you know, maybe we can do a few ladder matches, or actually not even ladder. They don't need the ladder. Do a few steel cage matches, Hell in a Cell.
I feel like I would see them in a ladder. At least one ladder.
A strap match. And then, you know, we take it from that. And Rico Iglesias says, Eddie versus Ricky in an Iron Man match. Give a textbook lesson in storytelling. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You'd be glued to the TV watching that show. That match. like glued to the max. So,
Right.
who? Okay, so we got Jeff saying Eddie in the final match. What else do you guys think? We already heard Eddie. Rico said Eddie.
I said Eddie.
I said Eddie. So the winner is Eddie Guerrero. Holy cow.
Man, rest in peace to Eddie.
Oh, man. One of the best wrestlers of all
Rest
time.
in peace to Eddie Guerrero.
One of the best wrestlers.
100%.
Like,
Eddie Guerrero is amazing.
He is amazing.
He is
amazing.
crazy.
Like I still watch his matches to this day. And it was amazing.
I still get him on my YouTube recommendations.
Yeah, no, it was amazing.
All the time. I still see him on my YouTube recommendations.
No, it was amazing. And what else was amazing was this topic, Jaden.
It was.
Thank you, fans, for tuning in. Thank you, fans, for watching. We appreciate your support. This topic was amazing. This ultimate dream match, Eddie Guerrero versus Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Thank you for tuning in, fans. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and TikTok. Please feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel, which also I'd like to announce that Evolution of Pro Wrestling has officially hit 200 subscribers on YouTube. So we are very proud of that. We're, it's pretty good, decent accomplishment, for the time we've been here for 2 years, and we're still going. We got 202 subscribers. Please feel free to subscribe to our channel. We appreciate your support. Next week, this is a topic that my son is very familiar with. It was his favorite wrestler at the time. He always used to hit me with this move each time when he was young. We will be bringing to you next week Randy Orton's greatest rivalries. We're going to talk about the history of this man, where he comes from, the third generation superstar, the Viper, the Legend Killer.
My favorite, Randy Orton.
And we're going to tell you how he got those names. Coming up next week here on Evolution of Pro Wrestling. From myself, Lewis, the Encyclopedia of Pro Wrestling.
And Jay, the Whiz Kid of Pro Wrestling.
Thank you, wrestling fans. Tune in next week, Friday night, 8:30 sharp. Have a good night.